What's up guys, we're here back again with another Division 2 video, and today's video is all about state of the game, 15th of January, the video we've been waiting for, the information we've needed and craved from Frederick Forlander and his mighty minions, that's Odin and, also known as Dave, and Natalie Portman, also known as Hamish Bode. They have delivered some information today which indicates where we are going, the path we are on in year 2. Is it good, is it bad? Stay tuned. I've condensed as much information as possible, so bear with me. It will not be in perfect working order, but guys, I will go through step by step. And any questions, comments, you know what to do. Drop me a line below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, let's do this. So, one of the big issues in year 1 has been RNG. RNG is a big issue for me. There's so many bits and pieces that I haven't got. We're talking legacy pieces. We're still talking about RNG on BTSU gloves. I have them, but I know many players still don't have them, so that's a problem. Players have complained in an abundance, and it's duly received. So there will be changes to the RNG loophole. One of the good things, one of the attacks that they will be implementing in year 2, that is, you will see less gear, but better gear when it drops, as opposed to a ton of gear, then 99.9% of it being trash. So you have that better inventory management, and that's a better route to go down overall. I want to see gear that drops. I know that in my infinite wisdom that that piece of gear will be usable, and yes guys, it will be better, and that's what I want. I want to farm for that gear, and when it drops I want to feel that reward when it does drop. With that being said, there will be a gear score change going into year 2. They did not confirm whether it be 550, 600, 515, 530. I haven't got the foggiest, but it will change. So there will be that, again, that route to farm again. Guys, there will be, yes, a three-pronged attack, as they like to label it, which is the gear system, recalibration, and skill power. So this week has all been about the gear system, and how gear, again, how it's going to change and how it's going to be, it's going to affect your builds in year 2. And recalibration and skill power, which will be in the coming weeks. What they're going to do, again, is talk about new things to get, new things to play, and the new power cap. The new power cap is the gear score rise, which, again, we've spoken about this weeks and weeks and weeks ago. It's something that was perhaps needed, but they have waited to get this update in place. The revamp, rework, whatever we want to call it, until they lift that gear score, which is, again, I perfectly agree, it's the right thing to do. Now, the new gear system, they want it to be intuitive, deep and satisfying, and to be honest, one thing I do find with my current gear within Division 2, and I perhaps speak for a lot of people, is the mechanic in building is skewed. It's sometimes quite difficult to comprehend what matches with what, and the brand sets don't make any sense, so there will be some changes. And in terms of your gear system as it's laid out now, will be drastically different in year 2, and for me that's only a good thing. Now, everything you get is a work in progress, so a couple of slides I'll put on the screen, you will see they are work in progress, and yes guys, it will possibly change, but the budget system, which we had in place before, is gone. So now all stats can roll to max. And again, that leaves us with that satisfaction when there is that progress. And in terms of the new brand bonuses, again, because as I've just said, the brand sets weren't easy to understand. They were very misled, in my opinion. It needed to be strong as it goes on. So what they're doing now is the Gila Guard brand set, it will be 5% total armor as your 1 piece, your 2 pieces 8% health, and your 3 pieces 8% armor regen. The Murakami bonus is changing. That is more of a skill-based brand set, and that's pretty cool, and that's what I want, skill-based brand sets. Skill duration of 10%, repair skill of 10%, and skill damage of 10%. Now what these mean, again, skill power is for next week, so we'll know more next week's state of the game when we talk about recalibration and skill power. The Sokolov bonus damage is for the 1 piece 10% SMG, 15% critic damage, and 10% critic chance. That makes it kind of a pretty cool DPS go-to set, and that's something I'm looking forward to utilising SMGs in year 2. The Province Defense brand set is 5% weapon damage, 10% crit hit chance, and 15% crit hit damage. And again, they're just changing that from being, again, more of a skill-based brand set. Fenris bonus is 10% AR damage, 10% reload speed, and 10% stability, which would be a good addition to the AR archetypes. What they've tried to do is, again, adding that core attribute system. With that, again, each piece of gear will have one core attribute, and they are either weapon damage, skill tier, or armor. And we can kind of gather what weapon damage and armor work for, but skill tier we don't know yet. We'll know more next week. Now, in terms of the bonus quality indicators, how good is the roll, and in terms of showing that max value, you know that the higher the gear score, the better the roll you will get, or the better the stats. And also they will show the max value regardless of the brand type. And that's pretty cool. So you have a knowledge of where you need to be going. And that's a problem that I've had on my weapons. There is no way, it is impossible to find out if your AR or SMG or LMG is a great roll in terms of weapon damage or a low roll in terms of the base damage on the weapon. Again, really stupid mistake, and it's, again, I just can't see why it's any benefit. It's either have a flat damage bonus on each particular weapon type, just a flat damage, or again, if they fluctuate, there is a stat, a graph, a tier that you can, again, whether max out, reroll, or whatever. Now, again, that talent is build defined, as they like to call it, so there is no requirement. No requirement at all. So, for example, Berserk and Clutch, you would need set requirements. Composure, you'd need high offensive. Payload, you'd need low defensive. You know, there's so many different ways how to kind of synergize your build in year one. Year two, you can use any talent. There's absolutely no requirement. However, with that being said, talents will only roll on, yes, backpack and chest piece. That's something to really bear in mind. A lot of people, again, may be quite disorientated with that. They might feel that's not what they want. They want a talent on each piece. Guys, it's changing chest piece and backpack. That's where the talents will drop. There are also new, as they like to call them, in development talents, which again, subject to change. One thing they have said, which is pretty cool, if you have a really good chest piece that has destructive on for your skill build, they will try to match it to the next best skill. If the talent destructive is removed from year one into year two, then they will try and put something as close to it as possible. There are, again, new talents that are coming down, and I will go through it for a few of these now. The first one is leadership, which is moving cover to cover, gives 20% bonus armor to allies. And that's quite nice, that's quite different. Companion, if you're close to ally, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. That's mental. And again, that just increases that group synergy in PvP. Emphatic resolve, which is when you repair ally, increase their weapon and skill damage by 20%. That's a really cool talent. And as also, you look at that as like a support build. It's got to be a support build. That's just line up just there for you. There's also like a glass cannon talent, which is 25% weapon damage at the cost of taking 50% more damage. Anyone that's played Division 1 and that has a high end called your chest piece, it is reckless. Guys, that talent was great. Early doors in the division, reckless was all about dealing extra damage, but your incoming damage will be a lot higher. Now, there's a talent called Obliterate. We know what that does, but it's changing. Each crit hit increase weapon damage by 1% up to 15%. And again, is that like a repair kind of skill stat now, maybe? The one question that a lot of people have had, and again, I will reiterate through time, is that they will convert all our old gear. So the farming element of the game is still viable now, still farm for your gear, your pieces. If you have good rolled pieces, they will transfer to be good rolled pieces in year 2. So guys, farming is still viable. It's not to say that you don't know what you're going to get, because we don't know what will be rolled on the gear next time around, because they will convert it all. But hopefully, again, it's what we want and need, hopefully. But it's part of the pain of going through this rework, is the farming will become more viable in year 2. We know that gear sets are going to be reworked. Exotics have been revisited, so they will be slightly different. The talents may be different in year 2, but gear sets, and as I said this before in video after video, they will be powerful in year 2. It's confirmed from the devs. Gear sets reworked, more fun, more powerful. A new 2, 3, 4 piece bonus on each gear set. That says to me, absolutely amazing. Gear sets will be OP in the Division 2 year 2. So as I've said before, farm for those pieces. Make sure you have at least 2 of each piece of gear. So 2 pieces of each gear on each particular gear piece. So your chest, backpack, mask, knee pads, holster and gloves. I'd get 2 of each, so at least, so you know then what to play with and what you've got a head start, so you're well ahead of the game. And your chest and back piece, yeah guys, that's the only piece of gear that will have that talent on. Also guys, loot, as I said, loot will be dropping less but more interesting. That's again just needed really, because it's yeah, great. Damage on weapon will have an indicator as well in terms of the quality. Again, to make it, well, we know where we're going to sit in terms of weapon damage on that base weapon. No more damage to elites. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Recently ran a thread in my community tab, just a little bit of a poll, just to see what you guys think. The majority think damage for elites going is a good thing. I'll be honest, I do think it's a good thing. I like that all-out flat damage, whether it be PvE or PvP. And I like that to synergize through my builds. And the constant yo-yo in between, I've got 8% damage to elites, I've got 70%, 50%. Again, it kind of muddies the waters. I would like one flat all-out damage, and that's what we're going to get in year 2. What they did say in terms of damage to elites, it will be converted into another stat. So I'm guessing another offensive stat to give you that, again, that flat weapon damage. There's no damage to armor stat in year 2. Again, there's nothing coming for episode 3. So don't expect these changes to happen in February. We're talking March. There will be an update in March. That's my guess. And it will have all these stats and changes in. Not to mention new weapons. Yes, guys, new weapons. That's cool. They're coming to the game in year 2. I'm excited for that. But guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. It was a feature-filled and fun-packed state of the game. One of the best, I'd say, yet, in all honesty. Does it bring players back to the game? Does it give us the balance that we need? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. And you want to see more Division 2 content, smash pound. And again, kick the ass out of that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.